folks, Jim. I haven't done one of these instructional videos in a while, so I thought I'd bring you a few elements of basic woodcraft and survivalism. Some of you have heard the concept of becoming the gray man, and in an urban setting that means like blending in, being inconspicuous, being unmemorable, unremarkable. But if you take it to the extreme, becoming the gray man means literally dressing from head to toe in gray. That's what they really mean. And that's because the human eye can't really see gray. Now I know what you're thinking, like, yeah, Jim, I can see gray, but you can't. So that's it's good to remember. What you're really seeing when you think you see gray, what you're seeing is everything but gray. All right, it's like jazz. It's the colors you can't see. So I'm blending in pretty good here. If you notice, you can barely make me out. But yeah, we're out here in the woods. We're gonna do a little bit of crafting, and we'll see how that goes. All right. Now, one of the first things that people think about in the woods is, I'm hungry. What am I going to eat in the woods? And this here, if you can see this stuff here. This stuff here is called Old Man Chafe. It's called the Queen's Furrow. It's also called Persephone's Beard. If you look at it, it's pretty fuzzy. And this stuff was used even back in the Neolithic period, and that's comes from the same word as like lithograph. Has to do with the pictures they drew. So this stuff was used even back then by Neanderthals on their hunts. A lot of science behind that. And this stuff here is an absolute lifesaver. It's delicious. It's full of vitamins and macronutrients. It's got riboflavin, and and you just pop that, right? And it's earthy. Our modern palate's not used to it because it doesn't taste like. It's strong. It doesn't taste like ice cream, so it takes some getting used to. If you put your time in, like I have, you can enjoy it as a delicacy. So yeah, it's important to know what the forest can provide, but it's also important to recognize that we've made some great strides. I mean, science is wonderful. Science is nature also. You know what I mean? So if you're heading out into the woods, yeah, I mean, it's bountiful, but bring a Cliff Bar. The Cliff Bars that's nature too. You think a caveman wouldn't have a Cliff Bar? A caveman would hit you on the head with a rock to take your Cliff Bar. That's a fact. So, stock up. Power Gel, Powerade. I mean, these are good. Use your noggin. Use your. This is your strongest muscle right here, right? And don't forget that. Just saying. If you down a couple of power bars, you know what comes next. So I want you to take a look. This right here is nature's Charmin right there. That's as good as gold. That's going in the pocket. Beats a pine cone, tell you that much. It does. It beats a pine cone. I don't know if you can hear it, but the rain's real picked up. So you'll hear all kinds of experts talk about shelter, but once again, nature provides. So what's this? A boulder? Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a boulder. It is a boulder, but also, make sure there's no coyotes or panthers or bears. Panthera. So what we got down here? I mean, I will tell you what. A couple of pine boughs on the ground, and I'm honestly almost too dry. I'm almost too dry. Desiccation would be a concern in this shelter. That's how dry I am. What is that? I don't know what that is. Danger. Official. I think it's a bomb. No danger. Official go cache. Geocache. Hey, I think I found a geocache. Right? Nature's amazing. So part of getting out is getting away. And when you get away, you get out of yourself. And when you get out of yourself, you finally get into yourself. And your inner self can get out. And then it can be out too. Let's talk for a second about being lost. Right? Am I lost? Well, I'm on the edge of this seemingly impassable beaver swamp, yes. Do I know which way is home? No. But am I lost? What does lost mean? Lost means I don't know where I am. Well, I know I'm right here. I am right here. Right here in the middle of this swamp. Am I lost? I should say not. I am right here. And I'm just gonna let my inside out, and then let my inside lead me out. Just like our ancestors did for hundreds of years in these same woods. I mean, my ancestors they're not really from New Jersey, but you know, basically. All right. So you're only lost. You're only lost when you admit you're lost. I'm right here. Hey. So yeah, maybe I am lost. Maybe I am wet and cold. Maybe I'm terrified. Terrified that I'm going to die alone in the forest. Sure. But so what? I'll show you what I just found. This, and if you didn't know it, you'd walk right by it. You'd never even recognize it. This here, can you see this here? This here is an old trail marker. It's hard to read. My guess is Algonquin, by the looks of it, which is funny, because they weren't very big in this area. But that's an old trail marker. Probably lead me back back to the roads, because the roads today are the same trails that the natives use. They're all the same. Nature works on cycles. So all I got to do is trace that back, and it'll put me right back where I started. The circle of life, like the Lion King says. Remember that? The Lion King. See that right there? Lion King. Circle of life. That's all I got to say about that. Nader, back at the car. Had a great time out there. I mean, I'm in no hurry to get back to the clickety-clack world of Xerox machines and electric light bulbs. I could have stayed out there for weeks, frankly, till it got too hot. And all that you do is then move down, live in a swamp. That's how you deal with heat. But but I strive. I don't want to live outside. Humans are by nature. We're amphibious, right? We're amphibious. We're meaning like ambitious, and bios, meaning in two lives. We're ambitious to live two lives, and that's what I'm striving to become. To live our natural life, and also to live our modern world. And either one, to be a truly amphibious human, you need to take your skills and you need to take your knowledge, and once you put them together, the world becomes your home, no matter where you go. So that's the point of this. That's the point of this video, really. Hey, be well. I'll see you out there, my fellow amphibious humans. Catch you on the trail. One last bit of advice. Check yourself for ticks, because I promise it is better to find ticks sooner than to find ticks later. Catch you out there.